Hi and welcome to, I think this is part 4 of a little bit of a video clip that I've done on my organ here. I wanted to show you the latest addition to the little baby. What I've done is midified the bottom keyboard. Originally this organ was an Estey grand organ, Reed organ here and Reed organ here. I have relocated the second manual of the Reed organ up to the 4th manual, which is still playing. The wind chest for this is behind the console and it still plays very well. And this keyboard now plays a Yamaha keyboard out the back, which has its own sounds, and it's just linked mechanically with what we call backfalls. However, the bottom manual now plays a MIDI keyboard as well. How this happens is basically under each note of the keyboard here there is a palette which opens up when a note here is pressed. The palette opens up, and what I've manufactured underneath here is 61 5mm diameter dowels, basically cut to 2 different lengths. One for the white notes, one for the black notes, and they correspond to each note. And those dowels actually poke through the wind chest of the Reed organ and play an M Audio keyboard which is underneath. Now, you might say, well, big deal, but there's some lovely little benefits with this idea. First of all, this keyboard now can play, if I want it to, a second Hauptwerk computer, on which I have, for example, a freeware organ. This is the St Anne's Moseley organ, a Brindley and Foster, and this keyboard now has its own Korg Nano MIDI controller. So there's 24 presets, so I can have very soft sounds right through to full organ on the Brindley and Foster. As well, there's some delightful little, what I would call solo stops. And there's a volume control on the Korg Nano MIDI controller, which means I can actually have them playing over the top of the other organ and the other organ sounds I have. And there's some lovely orchestral stops on here. Now, on here also you can have a trumpet and obviously turn the volume right up, and it can play over the top of what I would consider as a fairly full organ. So this is the Cavaille-Coll organ on the what we would call the Great Manual. The trumpet is pretty loud, it's pretty good. And so on. Now the beauty of this is that you can actually combine both of these instruments, because this is a mechanical organ and it has a mechanical swell to great coupler. It also has a mechanical octave coupler on the bottom one as well, which gives you even more sound. However, let me try to demonstrate how this works. So this is pretty well the full organ on the Brindley and Foster instrument. And this is fairly well the full organ of the Cavaille-Coll. And we can combine them together. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, I should say that of course we can, using iDisplay and an iPad, move across the software for the Brindley and Foster freeware organ, and of course move across the software for the Cavaille-Coll organ. So you can play away by changing stops here, of course using also the Korg Nano MIDI controller. Thanks for watching, and hopefully we'll have more time to play another time.